Welcome to Weydii 252. I'm your host, Chamad Hashi. Thank you for tuning in. And today's news headlines are: Federal government condemns hijacking of SeaWorld vessel, calls for immediate release and constitutional compliance. Somalia-Switzerland signed bilateral agreement to strengthen immigration and border security services. Mogadishu police arrest man accused of brutally assaulting wife in Dainile district. The Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, urges the UK government to immediately recognise Palestinian statehood. At least 100 Palestinians have been killed in the last 24 hours, according to Gaza Health Ministry. Good evening and welcome to the news. First tonight, tensions are rising in Somalia after the federal government condemned the hijacking of a cargo ship off the coast of Puntland. The SeaWorld, a Comoros-flagged vessel carrying military and commercial goods under a defense deal with Turkey, was intercepted en route to Mogadishu. Authorities in Mogadishu blamed forces linked to Puntland state, calling the action unconstitutional and a violation of national sovereignty. In a statement, the government cited Article 54 of the Constitution, which grants it sole authority over the defense and territorial waters, and called the seizure piracy under international law. Officials are demanding the vessel's immediate release and warned against any further unauthorized maritime actions. The standoff comes as Somalia works to reassert federal control. The outcome could have major implications for regional security and the country's fragile federal system. The Somali Immigration and Citizenship Agency and Switzerland's State Secretariat for Immigration have signed a new cooperation agreement aimed at enhancing immigration services and strengthening border security systems. The agreement was signed during an official visit led by Mr. Mustafa Duhulo, Director General of the Somali Immigration and Citizenship Agency, who held high-level meetings with Swiss officials from the Ministries of Justice, Foreign Affairs, and technical experts in immigration and border management. The deal focuses on upgrading Somali's immigration infrastructure, enhancing skills of immigration and citizenship personnel, and improving the credibility and recognition of the Somali passport. Mr. Duhulo also thanked Switzerland for donating specialized equipment to detect forged travel documents, part of a wider support package that includes training and institutional cooperation. The Somali delegation toured Swiss borders and airports, gaining insight into advanced border control and passport security systems. The partnership aims to modernize Somali's immigration services, boost national security, and build international trust in Somali travel documents. Police in Mogadishu have arrested a man accused of violently assaulting his wife just days after her arrival from Netherlands, in a case that has sparked public outrage and renewed calls to protect women's rights in Somalia. The suspect, identified as Mohammed Abdullahi Ali, was taken into custody by officers in Dainile district of the Banaadir region following allegations that severely beat his wife Qadra Abdullahi Mahmoud. According to Banaadir Regional Police Chief Mahdi Umar Mumin, who shared the update on Facebook, the suspect will be brought before a court to face charges under Somali law. Qadra told local media that her husband had threatened her repeatedly since her arrival in Somalia, and he'd attacked her using heavy stone, striking her in the face. The assault caused serious injuries, which have been widely circulating in graphic images on social media. Police say an investigation is ongoing and had vowed to pursue justice in the case. Authorities also emphasized that violence against women will not be tolerated under any circumstances. Unofficial reports circulating on social media suggest the attack may have been motivated by jealousy within the family, though police have not confirmed this as a motive. The case has drawn stronger reactions from rights activists and members of the public, with many calling for harsher punishments for perpetrators of gender-based violence. In other news, the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, has called on the UK government to immediately recognise Palestinian statehood, warning that continued delays could make a two-state solution impossible. In a strongly worded statement, the mayor said, "There can be no two-state solution if there is no viable state left to call Palestine." He urged the UK to take a firm stance in support of international law and the rights of Palestinians to self-determination. The remarks come amid growing international pressure for a political resolution to the war in Gaza and increasing concern over the humanitarian crisis. Downing Street has yet responded to the mayor's comments. Another devastating day in Gaza. At least 100 Palestinians have been killed in the last 24 hours, according to Gaza's health ministry. Among the dead, 34 people were reportedly waiting in line for humanitarian aid. Over 500 others have been injured as Israeli air and ground assaults continue across the besieged territory. The attacks struck multiple areas, including residential neighborhoods and aid distribution points, areas where civilians had gathered in search of food and medical relief. Hospitals in Gaza are overwhelmed. Doctors say they are running out of supplies, fuel, and even space, forcing many to treat patients on the floor. Humanitarian organizations are condemning the strike on aid seekers, calling it a clear violation of international law. And tonight, as the death toll continues to rise, pressure is mounting on the world leaders to demand an immediate ceasefire. That's all for today. We'll be back with more news updates. Until then, stay tuned with Weydii 252. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. It's good night from us.